shoot, I always make it worse. Hold on, let me get some paper towel. Welcome, replay viewers. I'm gonna try to leave this one up. Oh, it's not me. It's the light coming through the window. Is it gonna be annoying? Okay, there we go. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, November the 24th. Is it 24th? Yeah, November the 24th, 2024. And I've been busy since my last live. I've been busy doing the rice thing. Sure. One person in the chat, give me a 1 if you can hear me, please, with sugar on top. Maybe I could bring this down a little bit. You can't use your thumb. Is that better? Doesn't look as high. Okay, 3 people in the chat. At least one person can come out the bushes and give me a 1 if you can hear me well. I think you can though. The volume's up. Hi Marcella, thank you for the 1, my darling. How is everything going? So the rice thing is rest, put ice, put compression, and elevate. So that's what I've been doing with the knee issue. The leg is not looking too bad. Of course, the pictures that I took is on this darn phone that I'm using. But the bruises on the leg, going, down from below the knee that I showed you guys in my last live before I went to the ER, not ER, urgent care. It was like really bad, the bruise, it looked really bad. And it was swollen. Well, the swelling has gone down from underneath the knee down to the ankle. That's gone down. And the bruises are looking older. You know what I mean? So they're not as, like when a fire breaks out and you see billowing black smoke, the fire is still burning, right? Rich. But when you see white smoke, the fire is still there, but it's going out. It's kind of like that. You can still see the bruises, but they look a lot less scary. The one complaint that I have is this stupid thumb still hurts like a mofo. I guess because it's been injured this whole time and I was using it thinking it was okay. So I still can't grab something like this and then turn. I can turn with this hand because this hand's not injured, but I can't grasp really good with this hand. Right when it's Thanksgiving coming up this week, guys, when I need my good chopping hand to chop onion and... Oh, let me not get sidetracked. So I can't show you guys nothing on the knee because I'm wearing the brace thingy. Can you guys see that I'm wearing the brace? See the brace thingy? So I have the ACE bandage on my skin. The ACE bandage come with Velcro too now, guys. That sticks onto the thing. It doesn't have those little metal clips. And then this brace. So that's a part of the R.I.C.E thing. That's the compression part. The elevate is having my legs up on the recliner. This recliner is not as comfortable as it looks. It hurts my neck and my back. So I spent most of the time today sitting up in bed, propped up with some big pillows. And that's exactly where I'm going to go back when this live is done. I just couldn't do the live from the bedroom because it's dark. It's 2:22. Ooh, angel numbers. I keep seeing angel numbers. I keep waking up at exactly 3:33 or 4:44. And now I see 2:22. Hi, Tahara. You need looked so back? Can you say it again? Glad to know you're doing better. You need looked so back. I can't process that one. Sometimes I can process what you guys are saying, and you don't need to retype it, but tell me again. So I just put on some foundation, some eyeliner, and some lipstick. I didn't do the whole shebang. It is what it is. So you're Tahara, you telling me I need to go back more on the chair where the leg need to be higher? Because I'm gonna ask you guys for some help. How do I get rid of the swelling on the knee? So below the knee is fine. It's just the bruising that's fading. It's not hurting as bad. It was hurting really, really, really bad yesterday. And I think it's because when they did that ultrasound to see if I had the blood clots, they went in the groin and went in the inner thigh right down to the ankle. Oh my God, that thing hurt. I saw my naked dead grandma. Why is my grandma always naked when I see her dead? because the clothes will just waste away in the box. That's it looked bad. It really looked bad. It was scary. You know what's the weird part about it all though, guys? Is after I had the fall, some people say, you didn't tell us you fell, you didn't tell us you were injured. I didn't know that I was that badly injured. I told you guys, well, I didn't tell you here at the cooking page. I told you at the other page where we're doing the lives every day. And I told you guys that I had a fall. I even went back the next day, well, 2 days later. I had the fall on Monday. And Wednesday, I felt good enough to walk. Didn't feel good enough to ride because the knee had that scrape, right? And it needed to heal. And if I did that over and over, it would bust and bust and bust. You know, the scab would bust, right? So I walked back over there and I showed you guys how I fell. You know, because right away, because I suffer with my ears, the doctors are thinking, oh my God, she had a dizzy spell. No, I didn't have a dizzy spell. I keep my dizzy spells under control by what? Not eating out. When I eat out, that's when I punish and then I have to take a diuretic. I don't want to take them diuretics and knock out my kidneys. I love my beautiful kidneys, the hell. So I stay home and eat home, right? So after it happened, I walked that Wednesday. I didn't walk for exercise Friday, but I did a lot that Friday and then a lot of running around in and out of the car, walking in the store, stuff like that. And then on Sunday, when I went to look for that young man to give him that food, I walked those 50 Lemteen stairs in the library. And I think that that's what exacerbated the knee issue and the leg issue. And that's Monday, that's when I noticed all that damn bruising. The doctor's like, are you on blood thinners? No, I don't take no damn blood thinners. I only take aspirin. Heidi. Honest Man says, what's the one thing you think you should have done in your past life? I don't know that I had a past life, but that's an intriguing question, don't you think? It's not that I don't believe that you can reincarnate now. That's a question that I ask myself all the time, so I haven't ruled that out. And I have a birthmark, like somewhere right here on my stomach, just a discolored spot with a weird shape. And Jada tells me that that was a spear that went into me, and that's how I died in one of my lives. Hey, B, B, look at Honest Man's question. That's intriguing, right? I think every life that I've had, I've always been a girl. That much I think. I don't ever want to be a boy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Tahara girl, the thing started to get ugly. And that's when I did that live that day. I didn't do the live for that purpose. I did the live to show you guys that the floor in the kitchen was tore up from the floor up and we have to redo it. And we were thinking about what were we gonna do for the floor. And that's when I said, well, let me show you my damn knee, because you know I don't hide shit from you guys. I'll be showing everything. So I'm glad that I showed it. Like any lessons? What the hell? I don't know. That's something that I would have to think about, honest man. I know you're new to the page, but it's like, what lessons could I have learned in my past life? I mean, this life hasn't been bad, you know? So it's not like I said, oh my God, I have a horrid marriage. And so from the past life, I should have learned, no. I've got a family that loves me. I love them. We're happy. I think it would have been money, like how to like make money and keep it. Maybe that's what I should have learned. Good question though, good question. So if I were to like give you my pain level of, dealing with pain, the knee and the leg doesn't hurt, especially when I have on the wrap and the brace. I can walk around without the crutches. I only take the crutches when I'm going to go outdoors, and I only take one for security. I messed up this knee years ago, I'll tell you guys the story in a little while. So when I get into the bed, it's hard because the bed is high, right? It's not like getting on the couch. So I have to go on this good knee and then swing my body around. I can't just, because usually I climb into bed on this knee. Climb into bed on this knee and then I sit down that way, right? But no, I have to go on this knee and then flip around the next way. Last night when I lay down, the knee did hurt. And it was one of those drilling type of pain where it's like, oh my God, why? Just because my body's at rest. So I took some ibuprofen and I took 600 milligrams, 3 tablets, 3 200 tablets. and I slept peacefully. Jory came over here, ran his dog, came out, and I was still sleeping. He said, I didn't want to wake you, Mom, because I know you're banged up. So I slept well. What hurts the most is this friggin' thumb. This thumb is the thing that hurts the most when I don't have this thing on. Because I have to take it off to do the dishes. Why? Because these people in here are not helping. I'm going to throw them under the bus. And they say, I'm too miserable. Belizean say that word to say I'm too grumpy. They say you're too grumpy. We were gonna get to the dishes eventually. Why you have to get up and go do it? I said, because ants is gonna come. We have trouble with ants. We live in the desert. By the time you leave something, even if you leave a wet plate draining in the other side of the sink, you have to dry that stuff immediately and put it away because they come sucking the water off the damn plate, you know? So today I had to do my second brew for my kombucha. It's the 24th, so that's the second bottling and stuff. So Joe helped me do all of that. He helped me lift all the heavy jars, pour out the thing, mix this, da-da-da, tighten the lids, put it into the ice chest. And so now in 2 days, we're going to have kombucha. In 3 days for some of them, because we noticed some of them take longer to ferment. So we're learning as we go along with the kombucha, really learning. The guy that did my ultrasound, when I told him what I did for a living, because I never tell people what I do for a living. And it's not that I'm ashamed. And if they ask me, I just say, oh, I create videos to put on YouTube. I don't even say I'm a YouTuber. Because you know I put it on Facebook too, right? And they go, what kind of videos? Then I'll say cooking, easiest thing to say. And they're like, what do you cook? And so I told the guy, you know, I started with Belizean food and branch out into anything else. And now I'm making kombucha. And he goes, oh my God, I always wanted to make my own kombucha. And I said, look, you don't have time to do this. You over here working these long shifts, doing these ultrasounds. Who's going to take the heater on and off of your kombucha jar? Huh? You got to put the heater on because the house is like 62. The thing can't drop below 75. So we put the heater on when it gets up to 80. I take it off and put on the cozy. We go back and check for a few hours. I get up every morning at 5 o'clock to 10. I'm not even tending to a young baby or a new puppy. I'm tending to kombucha. And Joe always wake early, but for spite right now, he's been waking late. I'm like, can't you go over there at 5 o'clock and plug the thing in for me? I'm so cold. Yeah, so overall I don't feel bad, guys. This video is not about complaining. This video is about telling you that I'm doing the rice thing the doctor said to do, the rest, the ice, the compression and the elevation, and I'm sticking to what he said to do. He says do it for 1 week and you'll see that you'll mend. I just don't like the way that right knee looks. It's so swollen with water in it. Like it would Belize people say, oh, got water knee. And I don't want to go back to have them aspirate that because I think they go into the bursa. And that shit hurts. My brother-in-law used to get that done all the time on his knee because he was a mechanic. Well, he still is a mechanic. And he kneeled on all the time to fix cars and so on and so on. And he messed up his knee. And he's like, that shit hurt when they put that needle to take that water out. So I don't want that. So tell me what to do. Besides this rice thing that I'm doing, is there any old folks, midwife, old wife tale? You guys can tell me what to do. I'm doing vinegar and brown paper like Jack and Jill. Belize people believe that Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, right? And then they put the vinegar and brown paper on his head. I'm doing that too. I'm doing everything. So if you have an old granny tale, tell me what to do. Well, I have to rub on this knee. They don't want me to put heat, but the heat feels so much better than friggin' ice. But the doctor's like, put ice, put ice. So I'm doing what he says. What happened? You guys stop talk? Talk to me. I talk back. So because I'm sitting here on the recliner all day, you know what I'm doing? My cake book. You guys know I started a cake book like 2 years ago. And I put it aside to do the book with the small amounts. What's that called again? No More Leftovers. Then I went back into the cake book again and I was gonna do it through Morris Cookbooks and let them print all the book. But I have to buy 100 books. Every time I buy from them, I have to buy at least 100 book. And that come to at least $1,000. I don't always have the money to buy 100 book to sell back to you guys. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do it through there. So I said I'm going to do it through Amazon. I set it aside again and I did the bread book. And then I came back to the cake book. I set it aside again last year or this. I think it was this year. I think it was June. Wasn't it June 2024? that I made the Belizean book that I'm selling from Amazon, because the other book was last year. The other book was last year, 2023. Or maybe my mom's book was June. I don't remember. But I set the cake book aside to do those three books: the bread book, the Belizean book, my mom's book. This is all at Amazon. And then at the beginning of this year, when the weather is dreary, cold, dark, overcast, when I shouldn't really be trying to take pictures, then that's when I did all those cakes. Big cakes, not only mini cakes, big cakes. I had to give all the cake away to the neighbor across the street till they get diabetes. And I still didn't go back to that damn book. I went back to it a couple of times throughout this year saying, okay, I'll finish it for summer. Okay, I'll finish it for Halloween. Okay, I'll finish it for Thanksgiving. And I just didn't go back. I don't know why that book is taking me so long. And what should be the one that will actually sell? Like the Belize book? I didn't want to redo that Belize book for Amazon, but my sister and Joe forced me. My sister was the main one forcing me, and Joe was like, do it, I don't see why it's going to hurt. That's the only book that sells at Amazon. The other two books hardly sell. But that Belize book, every time you turn around, there's people buying that Belize book. It's a pretty book, though. Eating some yogurt? Cool. Do you know an athletic doctor or someone who works with athletes that can give you some advice? No, girl. I don't know. No, only doctor I know that crazy doctor. They want to deal with crazy people with their mind. Psychiatrists and psychologists. So I'm gonna Google some more stuff to use some more home remedies, you know? Yeah, so the cake book, it needed to be reformatted because I'm building it in Canva. And I started off with one set of pages that I thought I liked the color and the font and the setup, you know, like if I put a box around the recipe, so on and so on. So I was changing a lot of things. Joe, can you do me a favor? Joe, can you do me a favor, babe? Can you bring me my two books on the chifa robe over there that I sell at Amazon, the bread book and the Belize book? Right there on the chifa robe?
The two big one?
Yeah. Right there, you pass it. Thank you, baby boy. So I pay people on Fiverr to do the back for me, so I might pay somebody to do the back on Fiverr again. This is what I'm telling you about the formatting. So you see how this is? How I have a frame around the ingredients, the list of ingredients. And then up here I even have how many it serves, the rise time, the prep time, the baking time, because it's all bread, right? Then I have ingredients that's listed in a lighter color, right? It's more of a gray. Then I have instructions down here. Then I have the method, and I have a coloring, like a block of coloring behind the method, right? And then I have a line, and then I have notes underneath it. So this is the one format I did for this book. So that doesn't happen by osmosis. I have to build those things. I have to take 4 lines and build that box. I have to, and then I group it together and make it into a box, right? Then I have to make this block thing here. And so I have to build all those things and set up all those things. And then I copy each page. Once I make one page, I just copy, duplicate, 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 and I drop a different picture in there. And then you see some of them, I move the box around. So this time the box is on the left, and over here the box is on the right, right? The square thingy. So that's called formatting. And I know about that because I did 3 books with Morris Cookbooks, but they do all of that for you, which they don't do any of that in the books, to be quite honest with you. And so look at this one. See, the picture is up above, like a longer picture, and then see how it is. So I have to make all these pages when I'm doing these books to make them interesting, so that when you pick it up, oh my God, it's a beautiful book. How'd she do this, right? I do all that shit myself. And I have pages where I put the proverbs and whatever. So the Belizean book, again, I paid Ali Ballet a $5 for build the back of the book. I think I'm going to do that again. The Lee guy, they hit me up. It's like, don't you have another book? I'm ready to do more work for you. I built this one by myself, the front. He never do a good job with the front, the Lee Ballet. He didn't know what I wanted. I tried it because they're foreign, you know, on Fiverr, a lot of foreigners. And I'm like, look, I want to look like I'm walking out of this frame, walking towards the reader with this plate of food. So Gary came here, and me and Gary figured out how to do Canva. This picture right here is several layers. There's like 4 of me. You see how I'm the only person on this picture? There's 4 of me in this picture, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, like an onion. to make it look like the plate is coming out from behind the frame and I'm walking off the damn thing. Girl, Gary came here one day and we sit on our lawn this shit by for ourselves, okay? When she get down here, she just woke up from her nap. They had to drive. Okay, B, okay, let's see. All right. So, what else for this book cover? What else did I have to learn how to do? I had to learn how to put the thing in here, the title, because if you notice, you know, the in here for this one, because I didn't know how the bloody hell to do it once I built it in Amazon. It was so friggin' hard to do. Maybe this book too small for it too, the spine. So the Lee Bali, I asked him to do this too. The guy can't do front of the book. The one from Fiverr, he can't do the front of the book the way I want it. He only could do the back good. Like he put all these different handwriting and he do this thing that looks like a lightning bolt and shit. There's a lot that go into making these books. You know, we ain't playing around when we make these books. We want them to look professional, right? And I wanted that the picture is the gradation. The picture itself has the gradation, but he needed to highlight everything that we could read it, right? He couldn't get the front of the book right. I wanted the thing to go right across. He was trying to box it in. I'm like, don't box it in. I don't want no lot of blue over here. I want this whole thing go across like this. And you know, I don't like set up my pictures. I pose and they snap 150 pictures, you know, crazily. And I just pick the best one. So it's not like I have fake things in the background. All the things you see in the background was truly there. Like this bread there back there, I had to go bake all that bread to put it in that basket. I had to bake all them little Mexican pan, what you call it, pan dulce, for put that back there because it was pretty colors. I did that because of the colors. See all them thing? See? See? And then they had to make sure that the kitchen looked good, and then I look good too, like my skin. Hi, Africado. Ah, hi, Neri El Salvador. How are you? So the kid did not know the font I wanted to. See, the font is the same font that I used for this one. It's the same font. And so I wanted the blue with the yellow. And you know, when you're doing a book cover, you don't want to have 50 lemteen colors on the book cover. This has, I mean, in your font, I have two, yellow and white. See, the white is my name, yellow and white. It's two colors. You don't want to have 3, 4, 5, and 6 colors on your thing. Back here, it's white, and it's that brown, and then he put my name in red, and I told him that's fine. So again, he did the same thing again for the back here, because he knows what I want now, right? Because I worked with him before. And he put, instead of the lightning bolts, he put these faded lines that taper off. And he put my name in that red again, and then the whole rest of it is black. He know I don't want no lot of color. And this is like a plate of rice and beans, stew, chicken salad that, you know, I want to peek out from underneath the thing, right? Yeah, the kitchen was brand new too. So Joe had just finished doing it. So for this one, I did the front, like I told you. Me and Gary figured out how the hell to do it. And down here, it makes me look like I might be naked on the bottom, but it's a black skirt that fades into the thingy. But another thing that I did up here, see how the food looks good while I look good? Because of the layers. So on one of the layers, I didn't look good. I looked blurry. My eyes were blurry. Everything was blurry, but the food looked good. So when I layered it again, then I looked good. You guys. Then that's my logo. A dragonfly is a logo. So I always have the bear pan to show with the logo. So what was the other? There was something else I wanted to show you about this book cover. Maybe that was it. Oh, the colors. The colors of the, remember I tell you 2 colors? Yellow and white. Again, just like that book. Yellow and white. See? Not too many colors. It gives people headache when you put too many colors. So let me show you the formatting in this book. So look at this one. Look at this picture in this book, right? Shoot. Crap, I can't say. Okay, look at this picture. See, I'm pouring some oil into that pot. That pot is so tiny. It looks like a big pot the way the picture is taken, but the pot is tiny, 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 okay? And it's not even a pot that can go like on the stove or anything. It's for you to store things in, for you to put your food after you cook it. And I wanted that clean white background, and we had to figure out how to do the thing with the camera lens to do that, and that's on an electric stove. And that's the page with my table of contents, right? So I put these bars over the food for the start of the chapter. So when you take the picture of the food, you have to know how to place that food, or the bar will go right to the good part of the food, right? So let me go into the thing. So this is another format. Remember I showed you guys the format for the bread one? So I put a different color. It's not quite as brown as the bread one. See how the bread one look? They're close in color, but not quite the same, right? And I put the block of color now behind the list of ingredients, and I put the list of ingredients in that boxed frame. And then down here for the method, I didn't put nothing. No frame, no block of color. And then the picture go off to the side there, right? So that's one. And then see another one? See how it is? See? The little picture, the big frame. See? And I have some notes underneath it, right? I'm not having any notes for the cake book. Why? Some of the cake recipes is too much. They have the whole list of ingredients for the cake, and then the method, and then the picture, of course, on the page. And then it has a whole list of ingredients for the frosting, and then the method. So I have no space on the bottom of the page to put no notes. So I'm going to have a whole page of notes in the back of the book, right? It takes hard work to do the pictures, but it also takes hard work to format the book. So here's another page where it's 2 pages in one. This is how the cake book is going to be. It's going to be the recipe on one page and the picture on the other page. And that's what I really wanted for a cake book for my own self. Even if I don't sell none, I want that for me, right? So see how I have the ingredients with the block of color behind it, and the frame, and then the method, notes on the bottom, and then the picture is on that side of the page. And most of the pictures in this book, well, not most, quite a few of them. See, that's the Johnny cake, and it has the recipe there for the Johnny cake, right? So I think that's why people are liking the book, because it has good, this can be a coffee table book, where you set it on your coffee table and it's something you can talk about. Oh, look at this cookbook with all these big, beautiful pictures. You see? So that's why I could only have 65 recipes in this book, because if I had 100 recipe, the book would cost too much money for me to buy from Amazon. So these are the 4 people that taught me how to cook. It's my ma, my granny, that's my mom's mom, and my grandmother's 2 sisters. That's the older sister and the younger sister. And I learned to cook from them and one of my aunties and a couple of cousins, right? And Joe. Amazon does it. This is all through KDP. And Brenda, I'm showing you so you can see. Anybody could do a book with KDP, okay? Anybody. Even if you don't want to make a book for sale, you can make a book for you and your family, because you can buy it back from Amazon, and the author's price is the price that it costs to make the book. So if it costs $8 to make the book, that's what you would pay for the book. You understand what I mean? You won't buy it. Aunt Eileen is this one. She's so pretty. That's her. She the one that taught me how to cook. Y'all. So see, another page where I have just that. This a smaller picture, right? And how did I decide which ones were going to have big pictures? It depends on how it fell in the format. So when you're building the pages in Canva, right, you're going to start with your title page. You're going to start with your title page, because this is always going to be blank in every book that you do. And the only reason I knew how to format the damn book is because I did books with Morris Cookbooks, and I saw how they formatted the books, right? So then you go to your copyright holder page and your acknowledgement page when you want to give people their props, right? And then you go to your introduction page and tell them who the hell you are. Because if you're going to write a book about, you know, how to cut trees, people want to know that you know how to cut trees. You know, if I'm writing a cookbook, they want to know, well, who the hell are you? What make you be able to teach me how to cook anything? Do you cook? What do you do? So I write a whole introduction page telling them who I am. Then we start off with the table of contents, and now we're at a different chapter, and every time I start a chapter, there's a blank page. And when I first did the bread book, I left the page blank because that's what Morris Cookbook did, but it didn't fall into place all the time and it looked weird. A couple of spots looked weird. So I went in there and I fixed it because when you're building it in Canva, you can always go in there and fix the thing and then update it in KDP. That's the one thing, good thing about doing it with Amazon. You will go in there and change anything about this book anytime you want and update it. It takes 2 days to be updated, and then they'll start selling the new version of the book. Like if I want to remove a recipe, like I saw a mistake in one of these recipes or something, I can go remove it, fix the problem. Look at all these pretty pictures. I had to learn how to take that rusty table outside. Took that pretty picture. So I put these things off to the side. And look at that beautiful, beautiful dukunu. Child. So I put the phrases on those blank pages. Look at what I did with the dukunu B. The dukunu yellow, yellow, yellow. So I put it on black plate with the black and white dish towel. And props to everybody who sent me dish towels to do all this stuff. People have been sending me dish towels from the time I started to do my show 13 years ago. And I don't use them for no damn dishes. I use them for my pictures. This one make a drool just now. Look at the enchiladas. Corn tortilla with the meat inside, egg, cheese, all type of shit. And see how pretty that is? And these food are not fake. They're not fake food. I don't put, what the hell they put for ice cream? What Joshua said they put for ice cream? Cauliflower. Mashed cauliflower for ice cream. No, when I show you something, it's the real thing. This is really the food. Now, to keep it stuck like that, maybe I have a couple of toothpicks stashed in there. I don't think I did it with this one, but sometimes I'll hold it down with toothpick or something like that. But see, the format continues throughout the book, making it look weird, right? So I'm telling you all this to tell you that's what I was doing with the cake book. From the day I went to the doctor and they put me on this sit your ass down routine, I opened the book and I did a little bit that day, then a little bit the next day, and so on and so on. I know the whole book is formatted. The whole book is formatted, right? The coloring correct. The box is where the box is supposed to be. The method, the this, the that. So now what I'm actually doing is editing. I've gone in there and I opened the cakes and I checked the ingredients list. And then I check the method. And if I say cream, butter, and sugar, and then add eggs, and I look up top and I don't see no eggs in the ingredients list, then I have to go find the original recipe at my show or in one of my books or wherever the hell I got the recipe from, and then go double check, okay, where are the eggs at? How much eggs supposed to go in this? So I found quite a few of them that are like that, where it's like a whole damn ingredient is missing. When it says add oil, I say, oil? There's no oil in this ingredients list. Or it'll say a quarter cup, and I'll have the 1 and the slash to make the fraction, and I didn't write the number on the bottom. And most of the time, it's not because I didn't write the number on the bottom. It's because maybe I deleted something out of the ingredient, like the spelling of the word or something, and I deleted that number by mistake. I know how my brain operates. So I have to go through the book, I would say at least 5 times for that purpose, to check method against ingredients. So right now I'm doing it by myself to check method against ingredients. But once I have it covered, you okay, Josh?
Yeah.
What happened?
Stupid. I was looking at online or going to the store, right? And it costs like $5 more to buy it at the store because of a recycling fee, but they don't charge you that online. So I'm ordering it online. I'm getting an extra $5 off me for
Then
nothing.
you have to burn gas to go there for getting $5?
Exactly. Plus they don't recycle it.
What the hell? So I'm doing that, checking method against ingredients. And once I done go through that, maybe two to 3 times entirely through the book, then I'll have like Josh or Joe sit with me, but not Joe. It's probably going to be Josh, because you'll tell Joe, okay, Joe, I'm going to read this to you. I'll give him the computer and I'll read what the method says, and I'll have him go up here to check the ingredients. All those ingredients that I said in here, did all of them pop up in there? And Joe will do that for 2 recipes. And after that, he will be there present with his eyes, but not with his mind. He'll be thinking of, what am I going to eat next? Am I going to go to the gym? I really don't want to sit here to do this bullshit. I really want to just go back on my computer and watch bullshit about Putin. Joe knows how to listen with his eyes and not listen with his brain. And I was like, Joe, you looked at me when I said I wanted you to buy XYZ aluminum pan. He goes, yeah, but was I paying attention? He's always been like that too. He's not demented, okay? He's always been like that. Look at the garnaches. Garnaches has so many damn parts to it. And look at my beautiful baby. No, it's Jada. Jada was leaving for work that day and I said, hold this. I was taking pictures outside and it wasn't coming out good. And when you're doing a cookbook also, guys, you need to have human contact with the book. Okay? So you either need to show somebody face enjoying the food or looking longingly at the food, or you need to show somebody hands in the food. And I got some bony skeletal looking hands even though I'm fat. And to take pictures of my hands is a effing nightmare.
It's a process.
So look, see my hands right there? See my hands right there holding the bread? You need to have a human element to the damn thing. That actually came out good though. They did that one good. My hands didn't look skeletal. So one thing with me, I could tell you my flaws. Nobody have to come back and tell me my flaws. So look at this with the sourdough. See, I posed in the shot. Right? And why do I pose? Because it's my damn book. What the hell? What the hell? In the cake book, I do have Jessica's baby. My friend Jessica's baby is in the book. See right there again? I'm pouring out the sourdough and I'm posing again. See? See? Those things are not easy to do, you know. I should me do that book when I'm young, where I looked good every day, no matter what. No, when you're older, you got to work at looking good. Where the hell the one that just... Okay, look at all this. Look at my hands plaiting the bread. Showing you how to plait and braid those breads, right? You know what it took to get my hands to look that good and relaxed and I look stressed out with some veins popping on and shit? That wasn't... Look at that. See? Look at all. I have to go outside. All of them thing is outside. Inside it look rusty. It look rough, tough, and dirty. Look like the RTD buses that used to run in LA. Rough, tough, and dirty. See, I had to do all those things. And in this book, I have every family member. It's not so easy. I make it look easy. Now for the patties, we don't put no curry pan for we patties. But I had to put some curry pan this to make it pop in the picture. I was like, what the rest? The thing look boring and drab and dry. One thing with Belize food, it tastes good, but it don't look good.
After slicing it up, this is what I got.
Okay, can you give me that piece right there? The whole piece right there? Okay, so leave that for me. Okay, so right here, look how good that rotted meat pie look.
Tastes good too.
It tastes, no, Belize meat pie, how I make that picture look so good. This camera, this is the camera, this is a $500 camera. I like how people just come in here and think they know me. Go suck pa your ma. That's what I got to tell you. This is a $500 camera, and this is a $100 lens. And this is the camera that did all my books. All my, except the very first one with Morris Cookbook did. I did that with a different camera. I did that with this. Another $500 camera. So that camera will make the background blur. That's called bokeh, right? And I just make that, I had to freshen up that meat and shoot. Kai. Sometimes you gotta set it up outside in a dry run with just empty plate. And then that's how they're gonna do what you're gonna do. This person gonna come in here and tell me you are clearly drunk. This bitch don't even know that I don't drink, I don't smoke. I could be a goddamn conservative with the crap that I don't sleep around. Right there, see panades? That was no easy feat. And everything, the plate looks big, but all the plates are small. Another troll with them bullshit. Thank you.
What you talking about? You don't sleep around. You sleep on the chair, you sleep on the bed.
Who held the message for review? Brenda, was that you? Block their asses. We don't F around with trolls over here.
Oh, I can see Cora. I haven't seen her in a couple of days.
Don't even hold it for review. Just block them. We don't care. It's not like they get me paid. See another formatting there, Africano? That's another formatting. Another page of beautiful food. So I'm going through it fast to show you guys. Because so cheap ass people, you know what they're going to do? Freeze the frame and screenshot the recipe and go F her and her book. See another picture there? Tamales. That's the Belizean tamales. I had to buy that thing there to put in the background. Child. I'm sorry to do that to you, Africano, because I know you love food like us. Okay, let me go back and show you. Look at my son. Jory came over. I think he came over for Thanksgiving. Joshua. This was Thanksgiving he came over for. And I said, look, pause. Was that a chicken?
Turkey.
That's the turkey.
That's
I said,
turkey.
pause front of this goddamn turkey.
I don't remember being that small.
And then I asked his wife and stepdaughter, I said, you guys want to be in the book? And they go, hell yeah. So they get in the book too. They got in the book too. That was spur of the moment. Hey, somebody get rid of this goddamn troll. Let's see. Hide the user from the channel. Go tell somebody else they're drunk. You drunk from your mother's milk. That's where you drunk from.
We're a troll too. You're strong. Huh.
And still arguing. You were clearly drunk. Bitch, I don't drink. Don't drink wine. I don't even drink church wine. When I used to go to wine, we pass up the church, we pass up the wine. The hell? See, this is what we ate yesterday. Boil up. Now to get that fork to stand in that damn boil up, I think it was either Jada or Joshua holding that fork.
Yeah. Something like that.
And then we don't catch their hands. You gotta do what you gotta do, baby. I liked when I blocked him, all his shit went away, Joshua.
Yeah, that was satisfying.
Look at this fish. Ooh, child. Joshua changed what he's doing at his YouTube channel, and one of his videos got 1,000 views overnight. Yes, my baby gonna make it. Joshua, I can't wait for you to get. Joshua,
I'm taking everybody out to eat when I get a good paycheck.
I have that little cup, that little glass that's over there by the spices.
Yeah.
It has like little spoons in it. An empty glass.
Yeah, this one?
Bring that for me, please. With sugar on tops. I want to show them how small the items are small. Thank you, babe. Oh, Dania. You see this? Dean got this somewhere. Either or Esther steal it from me.
Mom, can't be saying that.
It's Dean got this from somewhere. See how small is small, right? So when I put it in the picture with orange juice in it, it looks big. It looks like a whole big glass of orange juice, and the plate is not a dinner plate. All the plates are salad plates. Brenda, to show you what you need to do for your book, you know. I'm showing you. Those roses, we have then dried roses on the wall that we put in the picture, or we pick whatever we have in the garden, we pick and put in there for a pop of color. And then look. Josue made it into the book. All the children made it in the book, because I told Joe when I'm dead and gone, I want this book to be left as a legacy for these children. You know, so this one right here, this is what is stew beef. See? That little pot again come into it, right? And then this one is oxtail. Oh my God. Somebody send money so I could go buy oxtail, please.
I like the false oxtail. That's pretty good.
And we're still praying for my viewer that has become friends with me, Michelle. I don't know what's wrong, but she came in the other live saying she was in the hospital, and I have not been able to get in touch with her after that. I'm so worried, but I'm praying unceasingly. All right, every hour and the hour. Then look at this. I gone and I buy a little skillet because I wanted the inside of the skillet to look black, right? So it's a dark skillet. And I put this true beef and okra in it. And I thought this was a Belizean dish, but my sister told me that that's one of my auntie dish. That Belize makes true beef, but they didn't put okra on it. My auntie started to put okra on it. I don't know if it's true, but that's what my sister told me. So, and then I put a little bitty bowl with rice. And then this pepper sauce is not from Marie Shop because I wasn't going to give her no shine in my book. That bitch is loaded and she don't want to pay me to run her ads with my show, but want to come and put things in my chat like, go pick up your rice. I thought, bitch, you rich. You need to pay. See? But if you're just a regular Belizean trying to do your business, I'll promote you. I'll promote you guys. I've done that with a lot of Belizean, and God has blessed me that they've stayed in my life and we've been able to work together for other things. But if you're Marie Sharp, If you're Renevian Waiver, if you're Joe, what the next one there? Joe,
Aye.
what the Belize boy there where they steal my shit?
God, there's so many of them.
Who?
The Belize guy where they steal my stuff.
Ramon?
Ooh, I see a mistake in this book. Ramon Vasquez. If you're Ramon Vasquez, stop downloading my videos and put it by your TV station, because if you were in America and you were Oprah, I would have lawyers lined up to sue you. They would do it and say, when I get the money, you'll split some with us. Because he's rich. He's rich. Why the hell is he stealing my shit to put on TV in Belize? Then don't even give me a dime. You know I'm in my best FS right now, right? Joe, I found a mistake in this book. I shouldn't show you guys this mistake. This book is like a year old and I just found a mistake. That's why, look. You see how that says stew pork?
Yeah.
The next one says liver and onion. It's out of sequence alphabetically.
Oh.
The recipe is not wrong. It's just out of sequence alphabetically.
Who's gonna notice that?
I'm not fixing that ever. Not fixing that ever in life.
Hey, when you're looking for your piece, I put it in this, okay? With all the potatoes and all that.
Thank you, puppy. Put it back in the fridge
Okay.
so you don't go bad. Then I told a story about rice and beans. Joe Africano want to know how you do.
Huh?
Africano want to know how you're doing.
Doing alright?
You're doing all right.
You're looking up, you still got swallow.
Look at that. I put on, anytime you want to look professional in anything to do with food, put on a white shirt, a white button-down shirt.
Yep.
That makes you look so professional.
It does.
When I'm going to do anything where I have to look professional, like if I'm going to get interviewed on TV, white button-down shirt, unless they tell you, okay, I'll wear white. See, but that look good. Then look, Johan is in this one. Remember I tell you have to have a human touch? Johan is in this one pouring oil into the okra. Joy doing real good. And then Joe, is that not that my hand? My hand holding the pepper sauce. Let's see. See if I have another proper human hand. Oh, look at this one. If when you fry baking plantain, you're supposed to put the oil, put the big chunks of plantain, don't slice it. And the plantain has to be overripe, right? The one with the black skin. And then after you brown it, you're supposed to pour water into the skillet. The skillet already have oil. You know oil and water don't mix, so it's gonna flare up like a flambe. And I had to show the people what was gonna happen, so we had to recreate that fire because I want to show them that you have to have a lid ready and you have to be ready to pull that crap off the stove, like put it on another burner that's not on. Don't have the stove pack up with pots, because you might have to pull it, or either turn the fire low and pour the water slowly. Not dash it like Joe. Well, you know Joe dashed the thing, see? And I show the fire. And I put the warning. This is a good damn book. I really took care of you guys with this book. And let me tell you about this. Let me tell you this story. This fried plantain on this plate. You see this plate right there? See how it looks like an hexagon or whatever? Octagon or whatever? I didn't have any more plates to pose in the picture.
Hex is 5.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. I got 8. So the octa. So that actually was one of those 2-tiered things that you serve food at parties. You put your cookies and your peanuts and whatever, lower tier, upper tier, and it has that thing in the middle to hold it together. I took that shit apart and used the top tier plate to do a plate. Girl, then somebody sent me the right would say gather grateful hearts or something, right? I'm not the only one that should do a book, you know. Africana, you always cooking something. Why don't you sit down and write down your recipes? Write it the way you talk. Don't write it the way I talk. Write it the way you talk so people can understand your language, right? I'm not just talking about the African language either, like the way you say things.
Your mannerisms.
Right? Like if I say wash beans, then set in a large pot with diced onion, you might say rinse the beans instead of wash the beans. You know what I mean? Look at the split peas. Split peas is the hardest thing to take pictures of. Like I said, Belizean food tastes good but don't look good.
True.
Split peas hard to take picture of because it looks like somebody crapped in a bucket and left it behind. Look how good I make that split pea look. I went with soft blue colors, blue around the rim of the bowl, And then I put the split peas in there and put the spoon to lift up some of the dumpling and the pigtail and so on. And I clean the edges of the damn bowl. If it's splattered, I clean the edges because you don't want it to look like somebody hurled in there. See? You see, so you write the way you would write things. You know what I mean? Again, stew beans. I could make that thing look good. So I did it this way to show the beans. Serving it, right? Somebody else, I to take the picture, somebody to hold the damn spoon. Because I take pictures better than they can. So up white rice again. White rice look boring. I put it with the coconut for sure that we make it with coconut milk. And then I told the whole story. She turned her back so I couldn't see. Because in my first book that the man's stealing from me, people told me they liked the stories. This is my friend Jada's godmother told a story about how we got the potato salad. Then I got the soups, you know. I told you everything you need to know about plantain. You can eat plantain in every stage. The green, the yellow, and the black. A lot of people throw away the black. Joe used to go to the Asian people store and he would say, can I buy the black one? They have flies pitching on it, the little mini fruit flies pitching on it, right? And he would say, are you going to throw those out? And the lady said, yes. And he goes, can I have them? And she goes, yeah. And Joe would go there all the time and get the free overripe plantain because we bake them, right? Or you could make another dish out of them that I have at the page, like a porridge. Tell me why Joe got away with a big mouth one day. And the lady was like, what do you guys do with that stuff? And he goes, we eat it. And this is how we cook it. And after that, she started to charge Joe. It was only $1, but he would get like 5 for $1. Then people stingy as hell. They couldn't give us the thing for free. Hey, Farouk, how are you? So, over here, see the first plantain is green.
Should have said you're
It's
using for compost.
solid green. Then it's starting to turn a little, but it's not quite the yellow for ripe. And then it's overripe. You can use it at all stage, okay? So see this one, I put a red cloth, so I have a red pot in there. And these are all little mini pots that this lady used to go to the casino, and she always spend money in the casino, so they give her a prize every month, and she would give me her prize. Praise God for that. God used people at the right time. So this dish is a black soup, right? The color is black. And so I put all the red around it and the white. So you have to like offset the colors. Thank you, Africano. Me name say what he say. All I saw him say was, hey. This is a little mini bowl again. They're all mini. Why? Because the camera can't shoot the big shots as good to make it look as good. Look, oh my God. Somebody send money so we could buy cones. Somebody. Look at the cone soup. Sarita, buy the cone so we can make the soup. Sarita. We only need one bowl. Look who made it into the book. Farouk. That's my boo, Farouk. You better watch. You could give me a compliment, but you better watch. You better watch. So these are all the soups and stews. Look at this one again. Black background. So we use a lot of white plates and the black and white dish towel. I still have all them dish towel out there in the garage. I don't use them. Sarita set this one right in the middle of doing the book. The yellow, the orangish dish towel right there. She set that dish towel right in the middle of doing the book. So that went into the book. This page, I'll tell you everything you need to know about coconut. How to open it, how to know which one is mature, which one is young, how to use the water, which one water you're not supposed to use yet. I did my research. Down here, I give a whole recipe down here how to make coconut milk. Child, this book is chock full of stuff. Go to Amazon. I don't have any for sale. I keep saying I'm going to buy 5 and sell the 5 from here. I don't have any for sale. Go to Amazon and buy it because Amazon will give me some money off of it. And one of these days, I might buy a good 5 and have them for sale. See right here again, I put this candy. Candy is boring in color. I had to put that pop of purple flowers in it to make that coconut candy look good. You know? You got to do what you got to do. Look at rice pudding. How the hell rice pudding could look good? See? The containers that you put it in. What you guys cooking for Thanksgiving, by the way? We're going to do a turkey. And then this index right here, this is not easy to make when you're trying to do a book. It's hard to do the columns and have it lined up correctly. Okay, and I always give you an extra recipe So in this Belize book, I have the regular bun in the front, but I also gave you a recipe for heavy bun. Heavy bun mean that the texture is compact, tight, 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 and it's a heavier texture to the bun. And I always write a letter to the viewers. I have a letter from the author in the other book too. So the cake book, I just had given up on it. I'm like, I'm not gonna be done with it. But then I decide I'm gonna finish it after all, and then I'm gonna have 3 books at Amazon. This one, the bread book you need, KNEAD, the Belizean cookbook you need, NEED, and they're all 8 by 10. I'm gonna have one more book, which is gonna be 8 by 10 again, and that's gonna be the cake book. I have the name for it, but I'm not saying the name because somebody will snatch it and go make the book before I could done with the book. So that's it. After that, I don't think I'm gonna make any more cookbooks. And if I do make any more cookbooks, it's going to be a long while before I do that again. It's when I'm writing my books and taking the pictures, I'm excited. But when the time comes to edit it, I suffer some depression. I suffer some, not sadness, but I don't know how to explain it. Maybe depression is not the right word. Maybe you guys can help me with the word. It's like a lonely feeling, a very lonely feeling. I get so engrossed into editing the book that I shut out all friends. I shut out family. Sometimes I don't eat. I become like a little hermit. This is from Julie. Cute little spoon. I don't know. I found this thing in my mom's stuff. I don't know what this is. If it's a thimble. And what goes in this? Probably needle? Oh, it's for sewing. It's a thing, the whole needle and a thimble. Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was a mortar and pestle. My dumb behind thought it was a mortar and pestle. Disowned. Not so much disowned, but I become so engrossed in what I'm doing that I never take breaks. And it starts to affect me mentally. I'm feeling cold. It starts to affect me mentally because I have to go through my books at least 10 times fully. And if I go through it the 10th time and I still find mistake, I'll go through it again. See, there's a mistake in there. Thank God it's not the recipe that's the mistake. It's just the order of how it went into the pages. I'm not fixing that. That's going to be a whole nightmare to try to change it around. You're going to look in the back, find it in the index. So the cake book will have 35 cake recipes. And then a bunch of frosting and topping and glazes and ganaches recipes. And I picked the best cakes that I know how to make. I want to put one of those Swiss roll type cakes in it. You know, the chocolate one with the white filling. And then they have the vanilla one with the chocolate filling or the strawberry filling. I cannot find a good recipe on that. I've searched the internet far and wide. And every time I make the cakes break on me. They're too dry. They don't roll good. And I don't know that I'm going to keep looking for that recipe. I have the page in there. And I say I'm going to make that cake, but I don't know if I'm going to put that cake in there. But I put every cake that's in this book is a cake that I would be proud to make and take to a potluck. It doesn't just have to be about my Belizean cakes, because Belize as a country don't have a lot of cakes. We have the milk cake, where we put the condensed milk on it. We can put lemon curd on the inside or put the condensed milk, or we could do the royal icing. And that cake is also called light cake because the texture is light. It's more like a pound cake, right? You know, the way that the texture is. It's not the kind of cake where you can press the back of the fork into it and lift it up that way. It's more like a pound cake type feeling. We have the black cake, the black fruit cake. The white fruit cake is that same cake again, that we're just putting fruits in it. And we have trifle. Belize don't have a whole lot of cakes. A lot of cakes are in Belize now. It's people learn cakes from America or from other countries and they make them. So every cake in that book, I'm proud to put out. Some of them are no-bake cakes. They're the kind that you would you would do gelatin and make it into a mold. So I have like maybe 3 of them that's like that. I have chocolate tres leches. I have regular tres leches. And a bunch of different chocolate cakes and some really good cakes. Like if you bought that book, and you make any of those cakes, you'd be happy with it. And that's what I want for the consumer, and that's what I want for me. Because a lot of these books I make for me, because I'm selfish and I just want it for me. That I'm tired of going into some notebook. Like I have more recipes that I have in a notebook, like how to make the salad dressing, the Caesar salad dressing, how to make all those ice creams that I make every summer, the ice creams and the frozen yogurt. I have a lot of those recipes, maybe a good 20 of them that could start a new book. Maybe the book is desserts, because the book that I'm working on is just cakes. It's not desserts, it's cakes. Because I'm not doing bread pudding and rice pudding and pumpkin pie and cheesecake and this. I have cheesecake in the book, but that's the extra recipe. I have the no bake one and the baked one. I always give an extra recipe at the back of the book to see who get all the way back there, right? But having said all of that just now, I don't know that I'll do that other book. You know, those recipes might just be left loose, lying around. Now, what I'd like to do for me one of these days is make one book with all my books. Put all the recipes that I have in these books in one thick book. I'm not going to be able to sell it from Amazon because it's going to have to be too expensive to sell, because Amazon wants color books, not black and white. It can be fully black and white or full color, but it can't be partial. Like you can't have just black and white pages and then one color photo here and there for Amazon, right? You making oxtail today? I'm coming over. I know you're on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast, but I'm gonna pull out the jet right now and just shoot straight over there. 5 hours, you're gonna see me Africano. Get it ready. We're probably gonna do oxtails for Christmas. I don't want chicken or turkey for Christmas. Probably oxtails. So for Thanksgiving, we're gonna do a 19-pound turkey, and I do my savory stuffing. I don't like dressing. Dressing is when they cook it on the stove top. I like the stuffing to be inside of the bird. That's when it's called stuffing. I don't like my stuffing with all pile of foolishness in it. I don't like celery, bell peppers, oyster sauce. I don't know what the hell all American put in their stuffing, but miss me with all that. I just put straight up diced onions, cilantro, salt, black pepper. It has to be bimbo bread. I was gonna reach out to the bimbo bread people and tell them to sponsor the show, you know, because I'm always promoting their bread when I do the stuffing. So 2 big packages of the bimbo bread. Each loaf has 25 slices or 24 slices. So it's going to be 48 slices of the bread that Joshua already grinded up to make it into the stuffing. And I'll just put diced up onion, chopped up cilantro, salt and black pepper, and a crap ton of butter. Probably a good 1.5 pounds of butter. That's going to go into all that stuffing. It's going to be moist. It's not healthy. We never said this was the healthy show. We said this is the Bear Pantry show. And we have to have a lot of stuffing because everybody in the house loves stuffing except for Joe. Esther love it. Mabel love it. Jory love it. Joshua love it. They would just eat a whole plate of the stuffing. I don't put nothing, no broth, no nothing in there to make it wet. Just butter, baby. That's why we only eat the stuffing once a year. Don't come for me. Cold food for Thanksgiving? Okay. Don't come for me. Oh, she's so unhealthy. This, that, the third. I'm not no damn Paula Deen. I haven't even eaten butter since September 21st. I've been doing so good. So, yeah, we're going to have the stuffing, the turkey, and then we're going to have rice and beans, my mom's potato salad. I'm going to make a garden salad for myself because nobody else eats it on Thanksgiving but me. What else? For the dessert, we're going to have chocolate cake and no-bake cheesecake. I'm going to make some little jam roll type stuff for Mabel. I call them blueberry pies because I had made them in the shape of a ghost. But it's just pie dough with blueberry filling. So it's kind of like a Pop-Tart or kind of like a jam roll that we do. Oh, the other day I made pineapple jam and it came out so good. Came out really good. No, I'm not gonna do any panades for Thanksgiving. I did all that panades to go give it to that young man, and I never found him for his birthday, remember? So we finished eating it today. We finished eating the last of it today. And what I'm gonna do is go out there early one morning. I can't go ride. I'm not gonna be able to ride for a while until this knee completely heals because I don't want to make it worse. But soon when this water goes out of this knee, I'll be able to walk again. Because I like to walk everywhere in town. I need the exercise, right? And I'm going to go there early one morning and find that dude. I'm going to get his phone number because I know they all have an Obama phone. And then I'm going to text him on Thanksgiving Day, you know, that we can bring him a plate. I said, I'm going to take you a plate. I'm going to bring you a plate. Answer. I didn't find him. I went Sunday and I didn't find him. I went Monday on his birthday and I didn't find him. And everybody out there is like, oh, he went over there. Oh, he went over. He's like Waldo. I couldn't find him at all. He thinks he's the governor of the people out there, you know. He's always running them around town. So, but he's there early in the morning because that's when I usually saw him when I used to go ride my bike. So, but I'm not going to be able to ride for a while until this knee completely heals because I don't want to have knee issues. I was speaking a blessing over my knee today saying, I don't want to have arthritis issues. I don't want to have bursitis. I don't want to have no kind of itis in this knee, Lord. This knee was injured. Oh, I told you guys I was going to tell you how I injured this knee. So 29 years ago, picture this, Sicily, 1994. I was a young peasant girl in war-torn Crimea. And then Mussolini wanted me, you know? Where did I get that from? Sophia from the Golden Girls. So I went to a party February of 1994. 94? 95. It was 95 because Jada was born December 95. So I went to this party. I had just suffered a miscarriage February the 5th of that year, 1995. And my friend invited me to go to a party at the ending of February at her house. It was a house party, so we could sit. So I was at the party, and she said, all the ladies, I was only 28, I wasn't old, all the ladies need to get up and dance the butterfly. That butterfly song had come out from Byron Lee. Butter, 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 butterfly, right? And there was a dance that went with it where you kind of like squatted and then you turn your whole leg in, you know, like your toes, and then you turn your feet out. And so your knees are going back and forth like that, right? Like a butterfly wing. I tell you guys, I don't know how to dance. My sister is the dancer in the family, not me. My sister and my mama. So we got up and we made a row, and I was wearing jeans, and I think I had tennis shoes on. I didn't have no high shoes, flat shoes. And I squatted and I tried to do the thing, right? I don't think it looked good. I think the other people looked good. And then I stopped because the knee got tired. No, I had sprained that ankle when I went to Texas before at a water slide with my Uncle Nem. And I think because I was babying that ankle, this knee had gotten some overuse, right? So I'm doing the butterfly girl. And I tell you that I'm wearing jeans because there's another part to the story. And I stopped because it started to like ache, not really hurt, but ache. I'm like, okay, I'm tired, stop. And when I stopped, I think I locked my knee like the way horses lock their knee. And I say it that way because when I was going to school in Belize, you would line up after recess to go back into the classroom. And there was this one teacher that would come with a big ass ruler, the kind that they point at the blackboard with, right? Or they sew with or whatever. And she would go to all the boys and girls, whoever had, she could see the girls better because the girls were wearing shorts or skirts and the boys were wearing long pants. And anybody who had their knee bent back and locked, she would whack you on the back of your knee and she'd say, only horses lock their knees. Humans don't lock their knees. And she would go after the girls more, right? So I think I locked my knees when I stopped. I didn't just have it still bent because proper standing, you're supposed to have your knees slightly bent, not locked backwards, right? And so I locked my knees and I heard a pop in my ear. And I already knew that I had Meniere's. I was already diagnosed with that. So I'm like, oh my God, something popped in my ear. That's what I thought. And as fast as I heard that pop, I was on the ground. And when I was on the ground like sideways though. I fell sideways. And so when I fell sideways, everybody was like, are you okay? Are you okay? They're trying to help me up. And I felt like I could stand up. I felt fine. So they helped me up and I sat down on a chair to make sure there was no injury, right? Didn't hit my head, the butterfly. Whoa. Didn't hit my head. So I want to show something. So when I sat down, the knee started to go like a jackhammer. It started, hi Shanice, long time no see, girl. How you doing? Girl, I slapped Joe. I fell, I had a fall. So the knee started to do. I'm like, okay, what the F? What's wrong? I didn't even think I hit the knee. The knee was the thing that popped, but I didn't hit the knee. I just locked my knees and it just friggin' popped. Right? And I was like, what the hell? So the friend that had the party, she sprayed something on my knee that made it numb. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe it was just nerves. Maybe I was just embarrassed why the knee was shaking like the way my knees shake when I have to sing in public. So when she says, don't walk, don't move, let's see what happens after the numbness wear off. It only stays a couple of minutes. And so the numbness wore off and the knee started to do that thing again. I was like, what the F? So she says, you have to go to the ER because it was night already. So I went to the ER. And when I got in there, they said, weren't you just here? The nurse that was on staff the night that I had the miscarriage. And she goes, weren't you just in here with a miscarriage? And I go, yeah. I said, but now I messed up my knee. But before I got to the hopsicle, like Angelica from Rugrats, we had to stop by the condo. We had lived at this 2-story condo that we were buying. And I said, Joe, we have to stop at the condo because I have to change out my pants and put on skirt because they're going to want me to take my whole pants off when I get to the doctor. I don't want to wrap nothing around me and la 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 la. That's why I went with that big bell bottom pants when I went that day. I didn't have to take my pants off. The only time I had to take the pants off was when I had to do the ultrasound because they had to get in the groin or whatever. Joshua, give me that bottle over there, that spray bottle. Yeah. Thank you, babe.
Want a little wipe?
No. I want to show them
Okay.
one thing. So, anyways, the doctor was inspecting and it was twisted out of whack. It wasn't broken, but it was just about bloody broken. And he said, Mrs. Greenwich, how did you get this injury? I was so embarrassed to tell the man. I stopped at the house and Joe got me a skirt and I pulled on the skirt over the jeans, right? So when I got there, they helped me take the jeans off. And I said, I don't know. And he goes, what do you mean you don't know? And I said, I don't want to tell you because it's so embarrassing. And Joe says, you better tell this man how you got that injury because he's not going to think I did it. I'm doing all right, shitties. So anyway, I just kind of sprained my thumb when I had a fall because it blocked my face. But I'm telling them about how I messed up my knee and it took days before the trauma showed on the knee, right? So anyways, there was nothing they could do. They did the same thing, knee brace, crutches, whatever. And this what I'm doing, the resting and the elevating and the compressing. And I healed, thank you God, I healed. And I continued, shortly after that, I found out that I was pregnant with Jada. So this happened like the ending of February. I found out at the ending of March that I was pregnant with Jada and I had Jada that December. And by then I was already healed, right? So this knee has always been an issue with me. You know, like when the babies were little, they couldn't like sit on my lap and then slide down. You know how they get off of you sometimes by sliding. It always felt like they was taking that kneecap with them. Like, oh, no, that one hurts. Go on the other one. So I think that's why that knee got injured because it's where all the trauma has happened before, right? So imagine me walking down the street, right? I'm walking and then I didn't stub my toe. So my toe is not injured. It's when I didn't see that this is the sidewalk. So this is the sidewalk we were walking on and Joe was here and I was on this side. And the sidewalk ended. But when it ended, there was a piece going out that way to the busy street. So I'm walking, what direction is that? North. We're walking north. And this piece out here is facing east. This is facing east, right? And I didn't see that some of this was up. Can you see that? Some of this piece of the sidewalk was up. And I didn't see it. So that part that was up, I hit my foot like this, toes up. So I didn't stub my toe. Toes up, the bottom of the shoe got hooked up in that part. And I face planked. That's all I can tell you. I didn't fall on my knees and then go down on my belly. I went straight from standing to boom. That's how it was. So that's why I didn't think the knee was injured like that, because it was just a scrape on the knee, right? Came home, it was always the stupid, I said it was the wrist, but it's the hand. It was the inside of the hand and the thumb that was hurting since I got injured. Tomorrow it's going to make 2 weeks since I got injured. So I didn't say nothing at first. I didn't say nothing at all at the cooking page. I just said it at the other page where we're talking politics and religion and God and stuff over there, right? And I told you guys there that I got hurt. I went back and showed you how it happened, right? And I feel like if Joe was walking Cora that day, I would have been right behind him. Is Joe sleeping? Jose, you sleeping? You listening to music? Okay. So it's from boom, boom. That's how I felt. The only reason I still have my face is because I went like this to try to block my fall, and that's why I hurt my hand. So if I were to complain about any pain, it's the hand. The thumb and the inside of the hand, it's still, I can't really hold like this. I can hold because it's light, but heavier things, you know? So anyways, I did all that to show you guys how the thing happened, because the doctor kept questioning me. And he's all like, how did this happen? Did this have anything to do with the Meniers? I'm like, no, I'm not even getting dizzy spells because I monitor what I eat. I eat at home. The last time we ate out was Joe's birthday, remember? And before that, I can't remember when. For my birthday, we didn't eat out. And whenever you see us eat out, it's a hot dog from Costco or a slice of pizza. We eat half the slice of pizza because I'm on the eating plan. And that doesn't affect me the way other stuff affect me, right? So I'm grateful that I have the coverage, that I was able to go get all those tests. Those x-rays probably would have cost an arm and a leg. The ultrasound alone is super expensive. I'm glad they didn't find any blood clots, and I'm just going to keep praying and asking God to not let any blood clots form. That's why I want all the swelling and inflammation to go down. And I don't like taking the medication, but I'm taking ibuprofen because that's for swelling and inflammation. And any other home remedy, I'm trying to make it go down. So I'm Shanice, I'm sitting on the recliner with my leg up, and I have an ACE bandage to compress what's going on with the knee, and I also have a brace on. So I have a brace on my right knee and this on my left. I take this off whenever I'm going to go do the dishes, but I don't lift anything heavy pots. And actually, you know, Joe and Joshua, they're doing a lot to help, but if they're slow to get to what I need to get done, I get in there and get it done, and then they get mad at me. So I'm not putting up no damn cooking video this week. I'm cold. I'm cold, and we're not putting on the heater yet because why? It's just November. We have to get through all the way to February and March in this cold. This gas company not going to take my money this early. So we just dress warm. See, I have warm clothes on, right? We dress warm and we cover up. That's what we do. But meanwhile, I'm going to take this as a sign from God that I need to finish the cake book. And I'll finish the cake book. I don't have a deadline for it. I'm not going to lock myself into it and say, I'm going to finish it by Christmas. It would be nice if it was done by Christmas. But I can't lock myself because this is already the end of November. I need a lot of time. It takes me a good probably 4 to 6 weeks to just go in and find all the mistakes, you know. At some point, I want to send it to somebody, maybe like Brenda, that can peruse through it so she can find the mistakes. But the thing about that is I would probably have to send it as a PDF. So she can't make any corrections, because if I let her log into my Canva account and she starts fixing things, and then I don't know what she's fixed, and then I'm looking like, what happened here? Because I remember this was not out of whack like this. Send it as a PDF, and then she can take notes and go, I found a mistake here, and a mistake there. That'd be a help. Thank you, Shanice. I feel like I'm on my way. I really do feel like I'm on my way to being totally healed. The doctor said he doesn't think I have to wear the brace for more than a week. And I'm really doing exactly what he says to do, because we have to cook for Thanksgiving. You know, but they're helping already. They're doing all the little prep work that we can do from early, like the cookies for the cheesecake, what do you call it? We don't want to do graham cracker crust like the stuff that comes in that tin foil pan. We're doing the golden Oreo cookies, and we take out the cream and then we crumble, we put it in the food processor for the cookies itself, and then we put a little bit of butter in that, put it in the pie thing, and bake that first for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then we put the cold filling that we're going to do and put it. So the crust part is that part takes a lot of, using your fingers to take those cookies apart and yada yada. So Joshua said he would do that. He said, I'm going to take the cookies apart, I'll scrape the filling out, and then I'll crumble it for you, and we'll put it back in a Ziploc bag, and that way it's ready for you on Wednesday when you want to do the cheesecake. So they're doing a lot to help already. Mm-hmm. They're doing a lot to help. So I'm just kind of like feeling it because I walk every day or I ride every day. And it's going to be hard getting back into all that routine. But you know what? People go through worse things than this. I remember when Jada broke her ankle, she had gone for a hike, and the sidewalk coming from that nature center was kind of slip and slidey. It was loose dirt. She twisted her ankle really badly, and she knew right away the way it twisted that it was broken, because my uncle taught me, because he worked for a foot doctor, if you're walking and you twist your foot like that, like this is my right foot and I twist it that way, it's sprained. It could be broken, but more likely sprained. If you're walking and you go that away, he goes, it's definitely broken. And that's how it went. And she knew, so her friend helped her hobble to the car so she wouldn't walk on that ankle. And then we took her straight to the doctor, and they x-rayed it, and they like, okay, we're gonna put a no, we have to wait for the swelling to go down to see what the hell. And the swelling went down after a couple of days, and when they x-rayed it again, they saw that it was broken. And not only was it broken, but her heel was hanging off her damn foot. So she had to go into surgery right away. She got the best foot surgeon. They did not have to put cadaver in there, because they were putting dead people parts at that time. And it took her 6 weeks of being on a scooter. She was upset. She didn't like being on a damn, well, when she got the scooter, she was happy. She didn't like for us to have to transport her around town because she was in college, and me and Joe would have to go put her in a transport wheelchair and take her from class to class, and we'd sit outside in the car, and then we'd go back in and take her from class to class. And I remember my friend Marie visited from Australia at the time, and her husband went with John, was helping Joe to push Jada from classroom to classroom. Ah. Yeah. Well, no, it was just 2 weeks. I just had the injury 2 weeks, and it didn't look like it was injured. I didn't have any pain like the pain I have in the damn thumb. It just suddenly just started to get bruised, and the bruise started to run down to my ankle, and it looked swollen like elephantitis. And so the viewers told me a few days ago when I did a live and I showed them, they're like, you better go. It was Wellness who came in and go, you better go to the damn doctor, girl. So I went, and I'm glad I went, right? Yeah, so Jada still has bolts and nuts in her ankle. And Jada goes, you know what's bad, mommy? If those break, they're gonna have to stay in there broken. Which in the doctor said they would stay in there broken if they break, because they're not gonna do a whole surgery just to take that out. Surgery comes with infection, right? Or the possibility of infection. So she says, I don't even have good enough coverage to pay for all this, because she has affordable health care, but she has to pay her portion, and it's not 100% covered. You know what I mean? Yeah, she went through a lot. That was 2016. We had just lost my mom, and she went through a lot at the time. You remember that, right, Shanice? When we had to put together to buy her a scooter? I think Jory was the one that bought her the scooter because he was the one that was working at the time. And after she got that scooter, we didn't see Jada no more. She was gone everywhere. She goes, the scooter is the best thing. Wee! Oh my goodness. So Jada's getting another singing job. The guy likes her, and I don't know when she starts, but she's gonna sing at a lounge. She's gonna be a lounge lizard. She's gonna sing. So it's gonna be 4 o'clock soon. And oh man, I needed to change the battery. Shoot. I'm not gonna be able to change that battery today because I needed a screwdriver. I needed to change the battery in this light that comes on a timer. But if I mess with it right now, and it's not 4 o'clock yet, I'm gonna mess with the time. It comes on at 4 and it goes off at 10 at night on its own. A strip of lights that's on the fireplace. But if I start to mess with it now, it might not come on at 4. I'm probably have to wait till 10 at night tonight to change the battery in it. Yes. Jada's gonna do it, guys. So we're looking forward to Thanksgiving because it's gonna be so low key. It's just gonna be us, Jory and his family, and Dean, you know, and Gaia. Don't forget the Doberman Gaia. She's gonna be here too. So it's gonna be a real laid back Thanksgiving, and then the Saturday after Thanksgiving, I have a little dinner to go to for my cousin's husband, and I might go down to LA first and go to the Mexican store to buy the Belizean stuff, and then go to the dinner and then come back home. I may do that. So I have to get better because I don't want to be hobbling in there on no damn stick. You know, I got my pride. So I think we're gonna go live again tomorrow at the other page, Africano. Shanice, if you can come in 2 o'clock California time, we go live and we talk about the elections that happen and what we suspect happen, and we have our own little conspiracy theories, and we talk things through, and we try to get through the hell that's going to be rained upon us if that man is allowed to ascend to the presidency. And I still say he will not make it to it, because I still say they cheated and he will not make it to it. It's 3:45 for us right now, Africano. Yeah, if not, catch the replay. They've been good, right, Africano? The lives have been good, right? We've been laughing and having a good time and not been depressed at all. Yeah, they've been all right. I've been doing it at 1 my time, but I found out that I'm rushing all day to get things done. And then by the time I turn around, I didn't even eat lunch. And then it's 1 o'clock, and then I'm done at 2, and then I go eat the lunch then, and I can't eat dinner because I eat lunch at noon and dinner at 4. And I can't eat the dinner at 4 because I ate the lunch at 2:30 or 3 o'clock. And then 10 o'clock at night, I'm ravenously hungry. And I rather go to bed hungry than to go to bed with indigestion. So I don't eat nothing, you know? Oh, let's talk about that really quickly. So I heard before, right, that the ambulances were bailed out of there on a Thursday. Did you guys hear that? That it was on Thursday. And then they were saying that the head of NATO, Mark Rutte, that he went there that same day and then ambulances took off. Now I hear people saying that he was there Friday, Mark Rutte, and he was shaking hands with him. And I'm like, I don't trust that timeline, because everybody was saying that everything happened at the same time. So now let me tell you about my friend, my friend that I went to go visit the other day in the hospital. She didn't have a stroke. She didn't have anything wrong in her brain. She had a heart issue that she didn't know that she had. It's something that she was born with. And the thing waited till she was 76 to say, okay, I'm going to try to do you in. And so whatever the thing is, I don't quite understand it. I think it's a narrowing of her arteries, but it's not because of plaque or, the usual suspect. Because the daughter says she has a widening of her arteries and she has to take meds for that. So she has the opposite of the mom. And she says, no, it has nothing to do with what she ate, how she lived her life, or nothing. Has nothing to do with the diabetes that she has. It has everything to do with whatever she was born with. And so she woke up one morning and she just wasn't able to move her lower extremities. So she wasn't able to get out the bed and walk. And so she, of course, was panicked, like, what the hell's happening? She called for the daughter. They took her via ambulance. And when they got her to the hospital, they're like, okay, it's not a stroke. She's in her right mind, blood pressure fine. And then they did all the tests and found out that it was the heart and she needed a pacemaker like rapido. And they couldn't do it because she was that weak. They could have killed her. So it took like the next day. Remember, we visited that one day and they had put a temporary one in before we got there, but then now they put the permanent one in. And when I went to visit her in the room, she was herself and she knew she was coherent, a lot coherent, but there was some inconsistencies in between. And she doesn't have any dementia or anything. She's like a smart person. I like talking to smart people, as you guys know. And she says, I called her name and I said, it's me, Barbara, right? And she goes, hi, I'm so glad you came. So that's a coherent person, right? And then she looked at Joe and goes, Joe, thank you for bringing her. So I'm saying coherent because she knew Joe's name. I'm realizing now that she never said my name, but she knew Joe's name and she knew that Joe had to take me there because I don't drive the freeway. And so she knew that about me. So she was in and out, right? Yeah, Africano, Shanice is in Canada. So she said, are you okay? She kept asking me, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I'm just worried about you. And then I said, your ex-husband is downstairs, so you better get better because he said he's going to be the one to take care of you. And she goes, oh no. She was interacting kind of like she was there. But then I noticed little things like she said, how's your two boys and your one girl? So she knew I had two sons and one daughter, but she didn't remember their names. And she knows my kids' names because she's known them since they were little. And she just sent birthday gift for Joshua in June. And goes, this is for Joshua, not for you. So she knows my kids' names. And I said, they're good. I didn't want to scare her. And then she talked a little bit more coherently. Like Joe says, you have a beautiful view through the window. And she goes, yeah, the mountains are pretty, right? But I don't want to stay here that long to enjoy this view. So again, she was coherent, right? But then she turned around again. And I said, your friend Mo, I heard that she came to visit you earlier. And then she says, yeah, how is her one boy? So she knew that that girl had one son, but didn't remember his name again. And she's always calling that kid's name to me. It was crazy. And then she kept saying that again. How's your two boys and your one girl? And she never addressed me by my name. I wasn't paying attention to that in the visit. But she kept calling Joe by his name. So I'm like, what the hell is that? It's not a stroke. But why is she so lost and confused? And I said, well, maybe she's delirious because when you're locked up in the ICU or the CCU, right? The ICU is intensive care unit. The CCU is critical care unit. I think she was in the ICU. My mom was in the CCU. But when you're locked up in there, you kind of start to go mad. Delirium will set in. And so that can go away, but you have to get out the damn hospital for that to go away. And so they moved her from the hospital to a convalescent place for rehab. And she's been in there about 2 weeks already. We haven't gone to see her because we just kind of got overwhelmed with stuff at the house. And, it takes planning to do these things because we have to put gas in a big 8-cylinder truck. So when we move, we got to make sure we move with intention. We just can't be running back and forth to the store, right? And so I didn't go see her, but I texted the daughter and she said, they're giving her physical therapy. They're trying to kick her out of there. They want to send her home to me when I can't do the physical therapy. I don't know what I'm doing. She needs help. And she goes, and Barbara, she's still not of her sound mind. She's there, but not. She's still doing that weird thing. No, it wasn't a stroke. It wasn't dementia. It's something to do with the heart that caused all of this because your heart controls your entire circulation. That's why she can't move. She's immobile and she didn't have a stroke. Everything is about the way blood goes to the heart and away from the heart. So we have to take care of our heart, right? But I'm telling you that story to tell you, Diane and Africano and the people who come over to the other page, that I think it's something like that happened to Dumpy. Because we have long suspected that that man suffers dementia, right? And that he has ischemic strokes. We don't know. We're not his doctor, and he's hiding his medical record from the American people, which I don't even know how the hell he can get away with that, right? And so I feel like something like that happened in his brain where he was talking kind of coherent, but kind of not. And the people who surround him are like, what the F? Is this a stroke? Come get him checked out. And they probably got checked out and found out he didn't have a stroke, but he's probably still in that delirious state where it's like, maybe he's back in 2016. You know how they said that he wants to have a team when he gets in office, he wants to have a team that's going to go ahead and investigate election fraud in 2020. Well, you can do that if you ever make it in office, because I still think you won't make it. But if you ever make it in office, I'm trying to fix this thing. Shit, hold on. The chair went right down. Okay, if he ever makes it in office, he can do that, and he could find out that the fraud was on his behalf, not on anybody else's behalf, right? Okay, the stupid chair doesn't want to come back up. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up in a little while because my leg is now hanging. The chair just went right down. Yeah, so I think something like that happened to this dude. I'm talking about Dumpy, right? I think something like that happened to him, where they're not sure what the hell has happened to him. This wire is no good no more. Let me try to get rid of this one. They're not sure what happened to him. He's probably talking foolishness like, you know, like he probably said something like, I'm so glad that I beat Obama. He probably said something weird like that. I'm so glad that I beat Obama because I don't like him. And blah, 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 blah. And they're like, no, Mr. President, you didn't beat Obama. You beat Kamala. It's like, who the hell is that? It's probably something like that he's doing. He's doing some bloody foolishness like that. Oh, this is from my camera. I got to put this back in the room. So many wires down here. To where they're like, they're scared. They're like, what the hell? What if we don't get him to the swearing in? What the hell's going to happen? I still think that man, Mark Rutte, took bad news to him because he's the head of NATO. This man has been investigating Putin for 10 years over that plane that went down, that Malaysian Airlines that went down in 2017.
Do you have any money potato, more the sauce?
What sauce?
For the bad up.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. It's, I put it in a bin. I put it in its own separate bin. Just don't know where. You know how I do. Let me unplug this chair and plug it back in because it's not working. Yeah, so I think that's what's going on. Like, I don't feel like he had like a massive stroke and he's hooked up the machines. Like some people, not the card readers, some bloggers, some American bloggers are saying, oh, he had, Joe, why is the chair not working? Shit, I'm going to have to definitely go into bed because the chair not working, guys. I unplugged it, but it's still not working. What the hell is happening to the chair? Maybe this? Okay, let's see. Oh, this has a thing here. It's working now. This has a thing. I just saw that this has a thing. Let me show you. Where's the damn thing that I just balled up? This right here? Joe, did you know that? It has a thing for this. It has a... Joe, did you know this chair have a USB port? Joe, did you know this chair have a USB port? Right here, where part the buttons there? Right here, part the buttons there. Why didn't you tell me that?
You think you know?
Shit, I could have plugged stuff in there a long time ago. I can't stand you, Joe. It has a USB port. I had to unplug it and it started to work again. Yeah, so Diane, I think that's what happened. I don't know that. I think if they transported him, he got checked out and he's right back at Mar-a-Lago. I don't suspect, I could be wrong, but I don't suspect he's in the hospital. Because I don't think he had like a stroke. I think it's just something going on in his brain where the people around him are going, what the hell? What is he talking about again? No, Mike Pence is not your vice president this time. It's Vance. What the F are you saying, sir? I feel like that's what's going on. I know. I don't know why this is going out. This is supposed to... Shit. Okay, this is unplugged. How long has this been unplugged? The phone is going to die, guys. Did it go in? Yeah, it's charging. Yeah, so I think that's what's happening, Diane. And I heard somebody say that if he doesn't get sworn in because of some type of illness or whatever the hell, then his little boy Wonder can't get signed in either. we're in uncharted territory right now because I feel like they have the skinny on him and what they did to cheat. And I feel like that man, Mark Rutte, Rutte, I might be saying his name wrong. I feel like he showed him, look, Mr. So-and-so, we have phone calls. This is your voice on the phone call. We have audio tape, videotape, yada, yada. You have like X number of days to make this right. Concede and say you can't do the job, or else deal with your own DOJ or deal with the ICC. No, maybe I'm just making up shit in my head, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I don't want to try it now because the phone is almost dead, but I'm gonna try charging the phone in the chair. I didn't even know this shit. I know it has a charger inside. I wonder if that's what Joe think I'm talking about. See, Joe has this thing charging in there. I don't think it's supposed to charge all the time like that. So it has a whole thing inside. See? It has a whole three-prong thing inside where you could set things in here to charge the laptop or whatever. But this is the actual USB that's on this side. I wonder if Joshua knew that. I don't think Joe knows what I'm talking about. I think he thinks I'm talking about this. Let's see what's in this one. That one don't have no charging, nothing, but this is the case for that. And it has part where you pull out for your cup to go, to put your cup if you're not reclining. It's a really nice chair. We got it at Costco for super cheap because it had some rips on it, some minor rips. And we bought a kit and we fixed it. And so it's here. Oh, the light came on. Let me show you guys. See, the light came on at 4 o'clock? Yes! So it comes on every day at 4. And it goes off at 10 at night. So Joe's eating already because it's 4 o'clock. We eat at between 7 and 9 in the morning. We have breakfast. We have lunch at noon and dinner at 4. And we don't eat anything in between. And the only thing we've been drinking is water and kombucha. And I only do 4 ounces of kombucha for the day because it's loaded with caffeine and I don't want to mess up my balance system. Julissa, I was going to put up my Christmas tree, the small one, after Kamala won. And after the thing went haywire, I said, I'm not doing no Christmas this year. We're not doing Christmas for the next 4 years. And then the Holy Ghost said, girl, what's wrong with you? You better enjoy your damn life. Put up your damn Christmas tree. Jory came and took it down off this shelf, and I put up my Christmas tree from 3 days after the election. Yeah, he eating the boil up. I'm going to go eat meatloaf with little potatoes and a salad. I told him that I wanted like stir-fry vegetables, but that's not going to happen. I can't stand over the stove that long to stir-fry nothing. So we're just going to grab some regular garden salad again. Yeah. Yeah, one day soon, maybe this week coming, we'll go live at the other page, Babs Bear Talk, and play Christmas music over there. That channel's not monetized, so I can't get in trouble with YouTube, all right? Anyways, guys, we've been here how long? Is it an hour? No, it's more than an hour. It's 103 minutes. Damn, we've been here a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something and then go in the bed where the bed feels better than the chair. I'll be honest with you. Put my leg up and edit some more of the book. Maybe I can do 5 more recipes. Take it easy. I don't want that weird feeling to come over me, you know, that I don't know that I want to call it a depression, but it's definitely a feeling of being a hermit, of not having anyone near me. And I'm the one that does it. I'm the one that push people away when I'm editing my books. I'm like, leave me alone. I got to edit this book. I got to finish. I got to stay. It's like a road trip. You know, you can drive from here to Texas in 2 days if you actually drive. But if you're stopping to see the sights and staying, you know, at motels and chilling and eating at restaurants long lengths of time, and you get back in the car, you're not going to be in Texas in 2 days. And that's how I feel about doing my book. I gotta stay focused on it because I'm the only one that can get it done. There's nobody that can edit the book for me because I know what I want to say in the recipes and I know the clarity that I want to put on the recipes because that's what I feel that makes me unique about my books is that not just the pretty pictures and the time that I put into it, but I actually tell you if you buy some recipe books, it'll have scantily for the ingredients, or maybe it'll have a lot of ingredients and have 3 lines on the method. It's like, okay, there's a lot missing out of this. What do I do with this part right here though? I don't do that. I give you line by line by line what you need to be doing because I know that not everybody knows how to cook. And I make my books for that person that may not know how to cook. This is their first, attempt at cooking. They bought one of my books and it tells them precept upon precept, line by line, exactly what to do. I'm always acting, and figuring that the person who buys my book or look at my videos don't know what they're doing. And on the odd chance that they know what they're doing, then they're happier because they can get it done quicker. But then you have those people that over know what they're doing and they want to come back and tell you off about your recipes. And I'm like, okay, where's your video? Where's your show? Do your show. I'll come watch. I'll support. I saw a card reader do that. It goes, everybody's condemning me because of the way I have my setup. Then go watch somebody else's page that has the setup the way you like it, because this is the way I do mine. And it goes, this is free. I'm reading these cards for free. What are you complaining about? And that lady feels exactly the way I feel. Hi, Sandra. Yeah. You think it's anxiety, D? I hate to call it depression because I'm not sad. I'm not sad when I'm going through it, but I'm focused to the point that I feel lonely. And then I feel like I'm never going to get it done. I feel overwhelmed. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I feel lonely and overwhelmed when I'm editing one of my books. And that's why I'm like, I'm not doing any more books. My mom's book was hard enough and I did a good job with that book. I'm finishing this cake book and that's it. I'm just going to sell the books and not write any more books. I'm tired. You get anxiety all day long? Yes, I did. And he found the thing that I told you, because at first it was on Amazon and then it disappeared off of Amazon and he went to the company itself. And then they wanted a buku lot of money for the thing. And he goes, oh, hell no. And he searched and he searched and he searched and he found it on Amazon again, where the same company is selling it on Amazon, but for a decent price. So I just have to text you the price. No, I don't get tired. I don't get tired. I think somebody said it just now. It's the anxiety. I become overwhelmed. Because I remember when I was editing the Belize book, the one that I did through Morris Cookbook, I had a computer desk over there where the baker's rack is, and I just stayed on that desk and I pulled a big armchair that we used to have. That it was a different type of a recliner that we had. I pulled it there right in front of the desk to where I was comfortable, and I would plant my legs up on the chair and I would just edit on the desktop. I can't edit on the desktop because the room is cold and this thing is right in my way when I try to move, because I do the mouse with my left hand. Why? Because Joe is left-handed, and when he brought the first computer in here in 1995, he set up the mouse on the left, and we all learned left-handed mouse. And it took the kids a long time in school to do it right-handed because the teachers would not allow them to do it left-handed. But me, I can't unlearn it. I have to do left. He's eating that boil up with that pigtail. They had the funeral today for Joe's sister-in-law that passed away in Belize. And I was hoping that they streamed it live, but I didn't see any live stream of it. It was just photographs that they posted. So maybe the family didn't want to expose themselves like that, and I get it. I don't think I wanted to stream my mom's services live. Or maybe they charge more for that in the funeral package and they didn't want to pay that extra for it or whatever. Whatever the reason is, I just prayed for them all day. Because Joe's brother and the wife had 6 children, and I think 4 of them are girls, and I know what they're feeling. I know what they're feeling to lose a mom, and it seems like their mom was fun. I met her one time only when I went to Belize, either 08 or 2013. She was nice, and I didn't know her outside of that. And from the pictures and the videos that they've posted since she passed away on the 18th, She looked like a really, really fun mom with her kids and her grandkids. She looked like somebody who would take a joke, that they ribbed her all day long, that, you know, she danced, you know, she loved dancing. It's just somebody that was so full of life. So I feel for those children. You know, at the start of the pandemic, remember my viewers raised money to help bury this lady's daughter-in-law, the lady's oldest son's wife, that she was the sixth person in Belize that passed away from the Ronas. Just gave birth to a brand new baby. That baby 4 years old now. And so it's rough, man. It's rough. Okay, I'll text you. I'll text you, mama. I'll text you. Just give me a moment when this done though, because the phone is down to like 10% battery. Give me like an hour, because it's 4 now. So give me like after 5 and I'll text you then, because it'll give me trouble. I'll go put it to charge on the good wire in there and then I'll text you, okay? Hi, Stacy. We're just about to get off, but I'll leave the live up. We're just having conversation so everybody can know that I'm doing a lot better. And thank you guys for the prayers, and thank you guys for the guidance, especially wellness. You know, Joe was telling me to let's go to the doctor since the Tuesday night, but I thought I was going to be okay. And then wellness was like, don't play no games, girl. And I'm glad I listened to you guys, okay? So I'm doing better. The knee is not hurting, but it's swollen. But last night when I went to bed, the knee hurt really badly, but I took ibuprofen and that took the pain away. I want that water to leave out of my knee. It definitely looks like it has water in it. It looks like somebody put an extra knee on top of my real knee. And then this hurts when I'm not wearing this thing. And I don't wear it because when I have to do the dishes and stuff, all right? Okay, guys, I'll leave this one up. Thank you for coming in and spending a beautiful Sunday afternoon with me. We're going to keep praying for everybody that we're praying for from the other page. We're praying for Michelle that comes in here all the time. We're praying for the needs, all the needs that you guys have, because we have needs too. We just don't say it because, you know, we're not sick. We just tend to ask for prayers when we're sick, right? Yeah. Joe, Sandra, say hi. See you walking in the background just now.
Huh?
Sandra, say hi. See you walking in the background
Hi,
just now.
Sandra.
Everybody sit down, listen to her to smack your lip over there, suck up that big tail.
Hungry.
He said hungry. All right, guys. I'll see you probably Tuesday. You're going to see a video when you see a video. For right now, it might just be some lives where we just sit down and talk, because I got to get better first. You know, I was sick for 15 months in 2015 and 2016 with bad vertigo, to where they had to prop me up in the kitchen. They had to do all the prep work, prop me in the kitchen, and I would tape something, say something, and I would just come and sit down before I would fall down, and nobody knew. We're not going to do that no more. We're going to share it, all right? Bye, guys. Where's the X?